Yo, what is up, guys? Thank you for subscribing to my Patreon. Welcome. This is my first video. I thought that since, this is my first video, we're just starting out, it might be kind of consistent for us to talk about starting tracks using Ableton. My goal for kind of all these videos is to both be instructional and to be pretty efficient. So please don't hesitate ever to reach out, send me an email if you need clarification on anything. Feel free to slow the video down or speed it up if there's anything that you feel like you've covered already. So let's without further ado, let's get it. Let's jump into Ableton. So you can see here I have just one channel, right? This isn't even my template. This is just an audio channel. A lot of people throughout kind of my experience teaching at Icon and my experience mentoring privately and independently, a lot of the questions I get are, how do I start a track? And a lot of people oftentimes think that I start with drums because I'm a drummer, which is actually a great guess, but I don't. I start with chords usually, because drums just come so naturally to me, so without further ado, let's get some chords in here. I'm gonna grab just a grand piano, and maybe we just kind of have some sort of descending line. What am I doing here? FX audio instruments, come on. Piano and keys, piano. Cool. Let's make sure this is set to loop back. Cool. Wonderful. So my whole thing here is efficiency, right? Let's just pick a key. I'm going to turn on musical typing by hitting M. Cool. I'm pretty sure there's already a gazillion songs that have that. So we'll just do 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 do. And let's turn on audition mode right here so we can hear everything. This button is crucial if you want to hear all of your piano roll stuff. Do, 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 do. Okay, cool, that's fine. Do, do, do. All right. And as you can hear, I'm definitely not a singer. Sweet. There's a gazillion songs that have that, but that's okay because we're not trying to reinvent the wheel. We're just trying to make something, right? So cool. Now that we have our chord progression, let's maybe add a couple other elements. I've been really into this one pad in particular in Phase Plant lately. I love Phase Plant like a lot. This synth is probably the most powerful and most efficient thing I've used in ages, and I'm going to do an introductory video to this guy later, but just for the sake of moving forward, I'm just going to come in here to pads, right? And I'm going to go to 70 string machine, which I kind of use a lot, so we might do a couple different things here. And I'm just going to copy these guys, right? I love how big and epic these sound. Let's grab an EQ. We're going to cut out the high end. Turn this down. And maybe instead of just starting here, we'll kind of have sort of like a drone, perhaps. Like do. Yeah, so let's see what happens if we just hit Command A, and then I'm gonna make these way longer. Okay, so they're too long now. Okay, cool. I like that a lot. So maybe here we'll just do this descending thing starting at measure 17, right? And maybe we can put in like a drone. So I'm gonna grab Serum. I mean, maybe drone is not the right word, but I'm going to put kind of like a low Reese pad in here, and you can see how quickly we can do this. We'll just set the oscillator A to 2 voices, and we're just going to put a low pass filter, right? And I'm looking for the note F, make sure the musical typing is on. Nope, not soloed, come on. And let's distort this. I love this sine shaper distortion curve. You can get a lot of movement. It's really cool. And let's just... And you know what, maybe we'll turn the sub on, we'll hit direct out. That's kind of cool. And then I'm not going to go too crazy on all the processing and stuff, because again, this is about efficiency, but I do want this to be just a little bit thicker, so I'm going to turn on OTT. And then we're going to add another auto filter and just cut all the highs out. Right, so maybe we got something that sounds like this. How it goes up the octave too, so maybe do that. We'll go descending line, and then we'll just hit Command A, Command D to duplicate. And now instead of the octave up, we'll go an octave down. And let's create. We'll get some drums in here in just a second. I'm gonna make some supersaws real quick, and maybe add another locator here, because I'm just kind of thinking like at 33, this is where the build might be, and then maybe we'll go up here to 41, and this can be our drop. I prefer to do my drums in audio, so I'm gonna create 2 duplicate audio tracks. These are just blank, 1, 2, and I'll just throw some drums in here from the Patreon pack. Let's go to kicks. That's fine. And then snares. Cool. And then maybe we'll do, let's do a little snare group. Snare, right? And we'll call this main. And then we'll duplicate that, delete the sample. We'll call this high snare. And I'll use this. So now, this kind of sounds like triplets to me, because the I don't really hear that kind of a groove. Well, the groove that I hear in there is kind of bouncy. It's like one da 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 ba 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 da da. I know it's kind of silly to vocalize that and dance a little bit, but if it helps, right? So I'm gonna grab Serum, and we'll click solo, and I'm just gonna create a quick supersaw chord here. I want a low sustain, and I want a little bit of release time. And I'm going to turn up the voices really high on the saw wave. And now I'm going to turn oscillator B on, put that guy up an octave, and now I'm going to turn the level down just a little bit. I'm going to get more voices in here. You can hear that kind of just fills in those highs just a teeny tiny bit. And then maybe maybe we add a filter, excuse me, and we set envelope 1 on our filter cutoff. It's kind of neat. And then let's add some distortion. Little tiny bit. And then we'll add some delay, because I need this. Actually, let's add a little bit of echo. Let's do that, right? Cool. So let's do, instead of time, we'll set this to maybe, yeah, let's try quarter notes. Let's turn the reverb up just a lot of bit. Let's try 30%. going to come in, we'll grab a utility. So dynamics are really important. We'll cover those in another lesson. Again, I'm just trying to move fast here. I'm not really trying to move super surgically. I'm just making big cuts, big decisions so I can get my idea out as fast as possible. So I'm going to do just this small little crescendo, right? And I'm also going to put another auto filter because I kind of want this guy to sweep in, right? Like that. Maybe at a, yeah, the 888, that's a cool number. We'll do that. Has no significance really. You can hear that we can't hear anything. Aha, there it is. Let's cut away to 1000. So maybe we grab these and let's duplicate the lengths here. So I'm kind of feeling like a big impact or something to start out with, because Dubstep 101, you start records with impacts, duh. Impact. You know what, I'm just going to keep this off of the Patreon pack just because I made that and I'm going to use it because I made it. Otherwise I wouldn't have spent so much time making it if I didn't want to use it. Let's actually, you know what, let's just group all these guys together because they're kind of working together, right? So maybe we can turn the volume of the Reese down. Let's label this R-E-S-E, and we'll call this pad, and we'll call this saw chords, and then we'll call this piano, right? So I'm hearing like a big kind of clap thing, so maybe we do, let's do, that's kind of cool. Maybe on beat 3 we have this big water drop. Let's see if we go up and harmonize. So let's make sure that this G sharp is actually in our chord. And what do you know? It is. Oh, I lied. It's not. Maybe it's too detuned. Let's probably come back down in here. Turn this down. And I decided that I'm going to veto that idea. And then now I'll add maybe like a stadium kick or something, kind of. Let's do this. I'm hearing like boom, boom, cap, boom, boom, cap, boom, boom, cap, boom, boom, cap, right? We'll get this big clap in here. Let's go to claps. That's a good one. So now I'm just going to add some reverb. Get this to go, right? Actually, let's add some echo. I prefer echo to just reverb or delay sometimes, just because it's a combination of the two. So let's do notes, ping pong. Let's add a lot. And I'm kind of hearing this as like super blown out, but it's okay. We don't really need to. Woo. Maybe we add, yeah, let's try some reverb. And this is kind of quiet, but maybe something like that. And then we can just grab this, freeze this, flatten. What I'm looking for here is for these guys to have the tails that I need. So I want this to be kind of sort of heartbeaty, like boom, boom, like that. So here we go. And again, you know, like this is just moving quick. This isn't supposed to be right, good, bad, or anything. It's just supposed to be, let's have an idea. And so maybe we do another impact here. And then let's play with this filter position and have this guy really come up so that this is just fucking enormous. And then we can come back in here now and make sure that all the MIDI. And then let's bring the highs back in to get this like just really banging. And now we can create some kind of bass. I'm just going to duplicate this Reese actually, and instead of making this difficult on myself, I'm just going to grab the roots from here. Whoops, excuse me. From here. And then we can get rid of all those. Okay, so maybe we give this like some kind of articulation also. And maybe we add some saturation. Some claps back in. Let's go back into here, the Patreon packs, and then we'll just do like quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you know what? I'm actually going to carry this through, and I'm not going to put it on beat 1 just in case I want my pre-drop vocal to be there. We're going to rename this build, and then we're going to name this big chords. And then we're going to name this add locator intro. And then pro tip, if you add a hard curve to some claps, you can fill in a lot of this white noise and get them to be really crunchy. And so now we can come up here, and I'm just going to make our build up, and then we'll be good to go. We'll be rocking and rolling. So I'm going to set this to triplets. Command 3. And I'm just literally going to carry this all the way through. And then here, maybe I'm going to do 16th note triplets, right? So Command 1. And let's do Command E. And I'm going to zoom in and create a really tight fade, just so that I can make sure that each of these guys have enough space to be rearticulated, right? So we got something like this, 2, 3, 4, do. Then you go dot, 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 dot. So maybe something like this, right? Dot, dot, dot. And then we can put whatever kind of funky pre-drop vocal. Let's, you know what, let's get this to hit a lot harder. because that ain't right. Crank some of that top end. And then let's grab a glue compressor. Okay, and then we can actually, you know, like we did with this snare drum down here, we can do kind of the same thing. This is a little bit more of a detail, but it's okay. We can still do it. It's really important, at least to me, to make sure that I fade my kicks just so that I can get, you know, the right kind of attack and articulation and everything that I want. So let's go with da. Oops. Do. Fade, please. Close that. Or delete that, excuse me. And then we can just kind of hear what we got. So normally what I would do here, right, is add like an impact and maybe add a big kind of pad or something to fill in some of this space. Maybe we do this, right? We'll copy this. And you can hear. 3, 4, and that's where we would have our drop. So I hope that excuse me, that was helpful, that was fun, that was informative. This is obviously very bare bones. I really hope that you guys found a good starting point, a good foundation just by watching this. Hopefully it was inspiring. I'm really excited to do the next video for you guys, and yeah, can't wait to see you next time.